Hello, welcome to the Mark Janard Show, the cybersecurity show. We have Battlefield on this side, Valorant on that side, kernel-level, anti-cheat, all this jazz coming on. In this video, I'm going to break it down for you, make sense of all of it. I'm going to talk and give a brief overview of kernel-level anti-cheat. What is it? You know, Battlefield 6, what is it? Valorant, what is it? And I'm going to marry them all together, right? So let's enjoy it. We're going dark. So kernel-level anti-cheat in gaming is a system where anti-cheat software runs with highest level of privilege directly in the operating system's kernel, giving it deep access to monitor and control how software interacts with hardware and memory. So this allows the anti-cheat system to detect and prevent cheats that operate outside the normal game processes, including those that use sophisticated methods like direct memory access or code injection. Now, key aspects of the kernel is deep system access, right? It runs as system, as the kernel mode driver, meaning it has authority over all other software on the computer, enabling real-time detection and blocking of cheats before they affect gameplay. There's detection capability, so it can spot cheats that bypass user level protections by operating at the core of the operating system, making it hard for cheats to hide. We have examples like the Riot Games, the Vanguard used in Valorant, Activision's Ricochet, the Call of Duty series, the EA anti-cheat, Battle Eye, Easy anti-cheat, and the Design Code 3. There's a lot of risks and controversies, right? Due to its deep access, kernel-level anti-cheat carries risks of system instability, potential crashes, the blue screens, privacy concerns, and conflicts of legitimate software. So bugs in these drivers can affect system security and stability. So this level of intrusion can make some players uncomfortable as it effectively gives the game, full control over their machine. Now, basically, how a general breakdown of how kernel-level anti-cheat works is it loads a driver into the kernel space at system or game setup. It monitors all running processes, memory spaces, and hardware communication to detect unauthorized modifications or software. It intercepts cheat programs that try to manipulate the game from outside user-level boundaries. It takes immediate actions such as blocking, reporting, or terminating detected cheat processes. Next, it runs continuously while the game is active, often starting with the system for early protection. Now, that's kernel anti-cheat, all that jazz, right? So Battlefield 6 is basically an upcoming first-person shooter game, serving as the 18th installment of the Battlefield series. So it's developed by Battlefield Studios and published by Electronic Arts, scheduled to release October 10th later this year for PlayStation 5, Windows, and Xbox Series X, all that, right? So the game is set in the year 2027 and depicts a conflict between a fractured NATO and a powerful private military company called Pax Armata. It features 4 gameplay classes, assault, engineer, support, and recon, each with specialized roles and perks that enhance tactical diversity. The game introduces a new movement mechanic called the, kinesthetic combat system, allowing players to lean around, cover, hitchhike on vehicles, and drag fallen teammates for revival. So Battlefield 6 emphasizes large-scale destructible environments and tactical destruction, allowing players to strategically transform the battlefield. It offers multiple multiplayer modes, including classics like Conquest, Breakthrough, and Rush, as well as new modes like Escalation. So the Portal mode, a community-driven creation tool, returns with enhanced features powered by the Godot engine. So the single-player campaign will be its first linear narrative since Battlefield 4, focusing on intense global-scale warfare across locations such as Cairo, New York, and the Sahara Desert. Now, Valorant, on the other hand, is basically a free-to-play, team-based, multiplayer first-person tactical shooter video developed and published by Riot Games. It features 2 teams of 5 players each, where one team attacks and the other defends. Players choose from unique characters like agents, each with distinct abilities that influence gameplay. The primary game mode is played in rounds. The attacking team tries to plant a bomb called the spike at designated sites, while the defending team aims to prevent the spike from being planted or to defuse it, if planted. A team wins by reaching 13 round victories by, either, eliminating the opposing team or fulfilling the objective related to the spike. So Valorant combines precise gunplay with strategic use of agent abilities. It takes inspiration from games like Counter-Strike, Overwatch, and League of Legends, blending tactical shooting with hero-based mechanics. The game is noted for its competitive, esports scene and complex gameplay that appeals to all skill levels. So Valorant is primarily available on PC and was later released for Xbox Series and the PlayStation 5, with crossplay basically currently not supporting PC and console. So it requires a PC with specific hardware and Riot's anti-cheat software, Riot Vanguard, for secure matchmaking. So that's a little bit of that, right? So both Valorant and Battlefield implement kernel-level anti-cheat systems. This is what we're about to marry them together. But they have some key differences in operation and implementation. So Valorant's anti-cheat, called the Vanguard, works by running two components: a kernel mode driver that loads immediately when the computer boots before the game even starts. This driver operates at the highest privilege level, kernel mode, and continuously monitors for cheat software or system vulnerabilities that cheat programs might exploit. Because it runs continuously in the background from startup, it provides a persistent level of detection and prevention against cheats, including sophisticated ones that try to operate at the kernel level themselves. So a client application that runs when Valorant is active and communicates with Riot servers to validate that no cheats are running if Vanguard is disabled or the kernel module fails to load at boot. The game will not start until a reboot occurs to re-enable it. So this always-on kernel-level approach gives Vanguard strong capabilities to basically detect cheats that manipulate systems calls or game memory at a low level, but it has raised privacy and security concerns because it runs with high privileges at all times, and collects encrypted data. That's that. But Battlefield's kernel anti-cheat, right? How it works is it has EA's anti-cheat system, often called Javelin for Battlefield 6, also uses a kernel level driver, but unlike Vanguard, it does not require a system reboot to activate. So Battlefield's kernel anti-cheat does not run persistently from system boot. It activates only when the game is running. This means it does not have the always-on background presence that Vanguard does. On launch and during play, it scans for cheat software and manipulations, but does not operate the same low-level persistent watchdog that Vanguard uses. So despite the kernel anti-cheat, Battlefield has suffered from cheating issues from day one, indicating that kernel-level anti-cheats alone are not foolproof, and cheats can sometimes, bypass them, right? Or operate outside their scope. Operating in kernel mode means the anti-cheat software runs with top-level system privileges, giving it more power to monitor and control the system and memory processes that standard user mode applications, right? Than those. This helps detect cheats that also try to operate at the kernel level to evade detection. But kernel anti-cheat do not inherently detect cheats better than user mode anti-cheats. Their main advantage is in tamper resistance and the ability to monitor system processes more deeply. So cheats can still be designed to bypass or disable kernel anti-cheats, sometimes by also running kernel level drivers. So kernel anti-cheats are more intrusive and raise privacy concerns because of their elevated system access. So the main security risks associated, again, instability, security vulnerabilities, right? There's a whole bunch of things that basically so Battlefield's coming up, but I wonder what the coders, the programmers, what can they do? Right? What can they do? Let me know in the comment section what the coders, the programmers, the people behind Valorant and Battlefield and all these things, what can they do to stop or make this better? That's what I have for you today. Please take a moment right now to hit that subscribe button and the like button if you appreciate this video and you want more videos like this. Please let me know that by hitting that subscribe button and the like button. I appreciate your viewership. Stay safe and see you on the next video.